All right. Today, I attended the Electric City Comic Con put on by the Schenectady County Public Library. It's a con that I am involved in. I sit on the planning committee, and so it's a nice fun con. It's very kid friendly, and had a lot of creators, local creators, and it was a chance to catch up with them. And a few of them that I had, interviewed before via, via StreamYard during the, excuse me, the pandemic and all that. And I actually got to meet them for the first time today, like Zach Appio of Odd Concept Media, Russell Brettholtz, who does the Sidekick comic book. And, it was, again, there were also some others who, have been on the show before, have been interviewed, but it's always nice to catch up with them. So sit back and check out these interviews that I did. And please remember that if you enjoy it, to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And you can also follow me on Twitter at TU Comics blog. I'm also on TikTok now at _comic_multiverse. I'll be posting just kind of updates of what's coming up here on the channel, among other things, just to get the word out. So again, if you enjoy the show and want to hear more interviews that I do, just subscribe and you'll be sure to get it. All right, so sit back and enjoy these interviews.
All right, we are here at the table with C-Mart, who is currently has a podcast for Big Dumb Monsters. Tell us a little bit about the podcast.
Well, every week we sit down and we talk about a new monster movie. It could be something from the classics, Universal monster. It could be something new. Tonight we're doing a live watch-along commentary track with Morbius. There will be memes to come on that, I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen it. So, you've been on the show before as a guest, and we've gotten together. JC from Brettholtz. So, how long have you been doing the podcast? Because I don't think we really talked since the beginning of that pandemic thing.
Yeah, it's been a while. Actually, this October will be 10 years since we started the podcast. I did my first podcast ever at New York Comic Con in 2012. It's been a while. This is my second show since I started doing it. Remember Transmissions from Evil there, Evil Geeks podcast. Now we're doing it again.
So you're selling somewhere, something the show and stuff like that today? Or?
Yeah, we're basically here to promote ourselves. Just talk to people, get the name, get the word out there. Also, we like selling comics. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna walk out of here and find some stuff too. The guy across has some nice horror merchandise. I've been eyeing it all day.
Well, they position you just right.
Yeah, to spend all of the money I'm making.
So I think you were thinking. I think it was the last Electro City Comic Con. We did the panel together.
Yeah, we did the Electro-Magnetic.
Yeah, people are fun.
Yeah, it was like 3 years ago.
3 years ago, because 2 years ago, because of this is the first time in 2 years. So.
Yeah.
But well, definitely good to catch up with you, and we'll definitely have to find I'll have to pick a horror movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
That you can watch and talk about and all that good stuff. And maybe we'll have to get the old crew back together too.
Invite them over to the Big Dumb podcast studio.
Oh, you have the monster. You have your own studio now. Wow.
We've moved up, yeah.
You've moved
just
up.
like the Jeffersons, man. We're moving on up.
I'm still in the back room. All right. Well, it's great talking to you, and I'll let you get back to selling your things and pimping your show.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
Take care.
Bye. All right, I'm inside right now, and I'm with Will Dudla from Clams on the Side. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I would say it's been a while since we talked, but we just talked at the new Comic Con. Yeah. Okay. How's it going?
Good. Very good.
So what's up with the script?
I'm still just plugging along, doing. I just released book 2, self-published. But yeah, just plugging along, keep going, making more scripts every week. Doing patching on things.
Yep.
Overall, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
So tell us a little bit about Clams on the Side, because I know it's been a while since we.
So, Clams on the Side is a one-off. Each strip is a one-off experience. It's kind of in the vein of the Far Side, Peanuts, Calvin and Hobbes. A little bit more dark humor thrown in there, and a little bit of salt as well, saltiness. But just unique, kind of weird little clam-like alien characters that go through their own little adventures in each episode, so to speak.
Nice. And
That's in a nutshell.
and this is your second time at the Electric City Comic Con.
Correct. Yeah. It was a blast last time, and I'm actually very happy that I could come to the second.
So where can people find your comic strip?
You can find me on Instagram, Reddit, Tapas, Webtoon. There's also my own website, which is clamsontheside.com, all one word. And if you do @clamsontheside, you can find me, even Twitter. Find me on all those other social media sites. Pretty easy to find.
Well, it was great to see you again and great to catch up. And you know, we'll keep saying this, and we'll get to it sometime.
Right? Life gets in the way. You gotta do what you can do, and no worries.
So yeah, we'll get together sometime. We'll talk to you maybe about your process and all that stuff and all that. So well, enjoy the rest of the show, and great to see you.
You too. Thanks.
Eisner-nominated. So,
That's not more.
well, first off, congratulations. The Black Panther original graphic novel, was really nice and really deserving of a nod.
Really, sure. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, well,
I love it. So tell us a little bit about the. I mean, I know we talked a couple months ago, and I still haven't got that out, but I knew it was going to be an Eisner nominee, so I'm going to do it next week. That's the plan. As FCC, builds up. And so tell us about the graphic novel and.
yeah, I was blessed to work with David Walker, who's one of my favorite authors, always has been. And yeah, we collaborated on the Black Panther Party of Graphic Novel History. It came out in 2021. It's been great. The reception has been amazing. I really try and stay humble about everything, so I didn't have high expectations. So I've been blown away. Like educators, parents, people just are, come to me all the time and tell me about how much they love the book and people in their lives love the book, and kids, especially kids. And that's who we do it for, So it's the book that we wish we had when we were kids.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So, any other new projects you're working on? I know you have the Snow Days with.
Yes. So speaking of Snow Days, after a long delay, Snow Days Issue 2 will be out very soon. There's been many delays, partially because of the Black Panther Party and other book graphic novel opportunities that I've had. But Snow Days Issue 2 will be out before the end of the year. I also have a couple of secret projects I can't speak about.
That's fine.
I can tease that one of them is another longer
graphic novel with David Walters,
Oh, nice.
which was due out in 2024. So he's writing it now, and I'll be illustrating it in 2023.
That's nice. And
Yeah.
I know that from our interview we had a few months ago, he has ties to the Schenectady area.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's got family and ties to this area as well. Yeah.
Well, I will let you go because I see that you have a bunch of people at your table, and I don't want to keep you from doing your thing here. So thanks again, and good luck. And are you headed out to San Diego, or are you just gonna?
I'm not going to be able to make it. Yeah. Because one of the things I have coming up is an art exhibit, so I'm going to be working. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's always a pleasure.
I'm sure that I'm pulling for you guys, and I hope that you guys, do. All right. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show. Good to see you back.
All right.
All right, and here we are again together. I mean, it feels like we just a short time ago. We did. Yeah, the Albany Comic Con. But this is a different con. So what's going on? And how does it feel to be back at the Electric City Con?
It's great. I love the Electric City Con. I forgot about the treasure hunt they do with the kids. So the kids come to the table looking for stickers, and I get to talk to them. I get to talk about my comic. Give out some free swag to the kids. They enjoy it. Very enjoyable experience. I really forgot how much I enjoy this show.
So this is the second time you've done it?
Second time.
Second time, yeah?
I did before the pandemic.
It was a pandemic?
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've used that, too.
It was like three years of. So it's been a number of years. So it's nice to be back. It's great space too. I forgot how big it really is.
So I know, just kind of once more talk about the different projects we have going, because I know we talked about them at the Albany Con. So.
So that's we're working on number 2. That'll be coming out in October. That'll be in previews and comic shop movies. So it's pretty soon. So we're finishing that up. I'm working on second Lady Dracula story now. And we're working on just got in this book, Eerie Publications, The Whole Bloody Mess, which is a collection of eerie books from the 70s. Very extreme. That just came out, sold out, so that's a big thing. So we're looking at reprinting that. I might be doing a trading card set from that book. And working on a new Marvel series. So I'm busy.
I can't remember. Do you have any Kickstarters coming up?
I will be doing a Kickstarter, I think, for Shriek number 2.
Okay.
Apparently in the next few weeks. It's going to be Kickstarter exclusive. I'm talking to Postplay, Nosferatu, who's a Nosferatu cosplayer. So we're talking about integrating the cosplay into the Kickstarter for it. Oh, that's going to be fun. So we're working on that. She also integrates into the story with my Lady Dracula character. We have a big battle scene. So we're sort of working on that, working through the details of that. It's going on.
Sounds cool. I mean, we'll definitely have to talk about that when that comes out.
Yeah, the Shriek book is a lot of fun because I get to work with a lot of different collaborators, different artists, so it's kind of fun. So I have little hands in all the stories one way or another, whether it's lettering, editing, or doing artwork. Keith Hodgins doing the breakdowns for Dorrian Sinnott story. He's here at the show. I got to stop by and see him. So last issue we had a story, The Hunger, and so this issue I adapted it for comics, and Keith Hodgins doing the artwork, and we're going to have that in the second issue of that. So yeah, it's a bunch of creators working on different stuff.
That's very nice. Well, I'll let you get back to manning your table and
back to my
drawing. Very nice. All right. Always fun talking to you and seeing you and chatting with you. Glad to see you back at the show.
Glad to be back.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, thanks.
All right, and we're here talking with Rebecca Bammert. She's the local artist. She's a local artist from The Lonely Girl. We've talked a couple of times about some different stuff. So what's been up? I mean, it's probably been a while since we talked.
Yeah, so we've added some new characters since I've been conning a lot of my non-binary kids that were fans that would really like to be represented in the comics. So I created a whole new character just for them, so they could feel included in the Lonely Girl family. We also did some more specials on math and science and trying to help people understand that girls also love math and science, and that it's really awesome to see.
So tell us a little bit more. Tell us about the comic and kind of what inspired you to start doing it.
So I grew up in a really small town, and I felt very isolated. And I found other people in my school that also felt as lonely as I did, and we became friends. So that's really what Lonely Girl's about. It's about a group of people who felt like they didn't have a place, coming together and learning to love each other and be friends.
And I think the first time that we met was at the Empire Con a couple of years ago. Since then, we've kept in touch, and I can, I really enjoy looking at your stuff. So, what do you have today for people to purchase?
I have 3 books now. I had 2 books last time, but I have a 3rd book. I have some free stories. I have some prints, and I made pens for each of the characters.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's great to see you, and it's great to see you at the show, and it's always a fun show to come to. And
Yeah.
Is this your first time?
This is my first time here. They actually reached out to me because they knew I did kid-friendly material, so they were looking for more kid-friendly stuff.
I think I may have dropped your name.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome because this has been really great for me. Met a lot of nice kids.
No, it's a great. Your stuff really works well with this type of audience. So.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to mention? Where can people find you on?
So I click on Facebook, Instagram, and I have my own website now. I built my own website, lonelygirlcomics.com. Facebook, Lonely Girl Comics. Instagram, Lonely Girl 1983. If you want to see lots of cat pictures, you can hit up Instagram. That's where they are.
All right. Well, definitely. And thanks, and great talking to you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Thank you. All right. We're doing back Appio. First of all, nice to finally meet you in person.
Nice meeting you, Chad.
I think after we passed twice.
Twice, 2 interviews.
I know the second time you had to pretty up the video because I had some issues with my connection.
No worries, what are you talking about?
So, how's it going? What have you up to?
Great. It's this is my first con back since the pandemic, so it's just super exciting to be back behind the table and seeing people's faces and half of my face, but yeah. I in my personal life, I just had a baby June 1st. First child. Thank you very much. So that in and of itself has been an amazing thing, and obviously all my focus has been on my child for the better part of the last couple of months. So yeah, just very excited there, and the con's been going great today. Everybody's been very friendly. The library staff has been amazing, so I can't thank the friends of the library for putting this on for us and making this event what it is.
Now, I know you had the first panel of the day where you were like drawing with sounds and stuff. How did that go? From what I heard, it was interesting. I was late getting here.
No worries, yeah. So I did a panel where I put on a 5-minute audio track, and we had 3 easels, and I had one of the other artists, Rick Arthur, came and volunteered for us. So Rick and myself drew with 1 volunteer, and it went really great. So the purpose of the panel was to do, like I said, a 5-minute sketch, and it's really just to get your, it's really more of an artistic warm-up and to get the creative juices flowing, and to show how sound really impacts our imagination when we hear music or anything like that. So it's really interesting to see. We all drew 3 different pictures, but they all 3 of them had the same exact theme. So it further solidifies how sound can affect your imagination and for the different things you're thinking about.
Very nice. Very cool. So what are you working on anything besides choosing diapers?
Currently, I just got into sketch cards myself, so I got a few of my own sketch cards printed up. So I've been working on creating a little bit of a series for that. So the next time I table, you guys can all look out for those. I'll probably have a bunch of sketch cards laid out. Other than that, I've been doing a lot more with blank sketch covers. So just drawing my own covers and things like that. I love to do mashups. So I'll take usually a Marvel character and a DC character and kind of mash them together and create a new character that way. So just sketch cards and sketch covers has been my life the past couple months.
Yeah, well, when I get a few extra dollars, I'll definitely have to get a mashup because I love mashup covers.
Definitely, yeah. I do commission work, so anything you guys want, I'd be happy to draw.
All right, well, thank you. I'll let you go because you have some people at your table that say catching up with you. And, anytime you have anything, where can people find you?
They can find me at oddconceptmedia.wordpress.com, or if you look up Odd Concept Media on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, you can find me.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks, Chad. Bye, guys.
All right, I'm here with Mike Spring again from OuttaTime Comics. How's it going, Mike? How's the show?
Sounds great. I love this show. It's a lot of fun, a lot of kids and families walking around, a lot of friendly people, and it's super well organized. So it's a great time.
So what do you have for today? And then we'll talk a little bit about that Kickstarter we have going.
Red, White, and Broke, Confessions of an American Superhero, 1 through 4. It's a complete story. Tells you the whole complete saga of Captain Stronghold, who is kickstarting his superheroics because he can't afford to pay the bills because every time he flies off to save the world, he gets fired. So a lot of comedy, a lot of superhero action. It's a good time.
So I hear, well, before we talk about the Kickstarter briefly,
Yes.
I hear you got roped into doing something else here.
That's right. I'm excited about it, actually. So today at the con, I'm going to be emceeing the cosplay contest. I talk for a living normally, so that's right up my wheelhouse, and I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. I love talking about comics and stuff with people. So we'll have some fun. We're going to introduce a bunch of people in costumes. I've already seen some great costumes walking around today, so very excited.
All right, now I know that you, like I said, you have the Kickstarter going for the collective series. What, 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yep.
So let's go ahead and
sure.
While you're.
Well, this won't show up that much on camera. Here's the little flyer I'm handing out today. So this is the 120-page graphic novel. It includes all 4 issues of trade paperback, plus over 20 pages of bonus materials, including all the various covers and sketches and drawings and behind-the-scenes material. And you get the whole story in one shot. It's going to be a beautiful book. My printers do a really nice job, and I'm real excited about it. So it's on Kickstarter now. You can just search for Red, White, and Broke, or for me, Mike Spring, and you will find it.
And you also have some
yeah, absolutely. So Russ Brown, who's one of the artists on The Boys, very, very popular. I'm sure you're all watching it. He did some covers and artwork for me. Gene Ha did a pinup for me. Livio Raimondelli did a cover for me. A bunch of big name artists that have contributed, and that's always really exciting to see them draw my characters.
Oh, that's great. Best of luck on the Kickstarter. And
thank you.
Yeah, have a good time listening to the tabling, and definitely enjoy emceeing the cosplay contest.
We will have a good time. Thanks, Chad.
All right, well, thanks, and great to see you again.
You too.
With Dorrian Sinnott, how's it going? We've been running into each other at con for years now.
Yes.
and so tell me, you're a writer. Tell me about what you've written and what you have to say and whatever else you want to.
I've written a lot of stuff. I write everything from short stories to poetry and novels. Mainly working on the dark fiction horror genre these days. But some of the things I write are more literary.
Yeah. So what do you have today for people?
Today I have 2 of my dark horror anthologies. It's the Uncanny and Return to the Uncanny. They were collections of short horror fiction that was published in other magazines and literary journals. So I kind of collected those and reprinted them in one nice big collection. My poetry anthology, watercolors, poetry, and then my big one that I have today is Came Up on Midnight Clear. This is my holiday horror novel. It was nominated for the Eric Hoffer Book Award in 2021, and it's a bunch of, they're kind of like short stories that come together into one larger story, full of lore from different holidays around the world.
And I was just talking to Jim Whitting, and he said that you were going to be working on story for one of his upcoming
Yes.
books. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Or?
Yep, actually. This is Shriek. He puts them out, and there's a bunch of different like comics in there from local artists. And my story, The Hunger, was in here, but it was in prose form. But Keith Haugen and Jim are working together and taking that story and turning it into a comic for their next issue. So I'm really excited for that.
I could see how you're excited. You seemed like your grandfather was,
Yes.
worked in comics too. Have you thought about more about, maybe working more of your stories into the comic book form, or?
Yeah, actually, that's kind of what I eventually want to do. It's just kind of, I'm very bad at art myself. I did not inherit that gene, but
I can't draw the circle.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people that clearly are very talented in the industry and that we're friends with. So hopefully we can reach out and do some collabs.
Well, definitely you have the writing knack that, and, it probably translate very well into, some good stories. So, was there anything else that you maybe wanted to mention, or it's how are you enjoying the show?
I love it. This is one of my favorite shows up here. It's a lot of fun. This is my first year setting up here.
Right.
Usually I used to cosplay and hang out for the day. So.
Yep. I think that's when I first ran into you.
Yes.
But it's great to finally talk to you, and maybe we can talk some more once the streak piece comes out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, have a good time and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks, you too.
All right, I'm here with Shane Moore. Today.
Well, I have my regular comics I'm selling. I also have an anthology. I'm selling a lot of collections. Mine's are very popular. TV stations. I have prints, stickers, all kinds of things. I also have cards I'm doing a Kickstarter that's going to be all 6 issues. I only have 3 out now, and that's what I'm working on since the pandemic. And we're going to do it all in one graphic novel.
Very nice.
So we'll be on the Kickstarter in 2 weeks.
So we'll have to talk more then. And help you get the word out, because I know that I've read your stuff over the years since we've been kind of working together, and I really enjoy it. So, what do you think so far of the show? Especially after you were kind of worried coming back from a 2-year break.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this convention. When we stopped doing it, I was worried that we would never come back. Now we are. This seems to be as good as they've been. Off to a great start.
Definitely. Well, I will let you get back to manning your table, and you are doing your panel today?
I'm doing the costume business.
Okay.
I'm
judging. Okay.
Yeah.
We're judging. He's hosting.
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, have a good time doing that, and I'll talk to you later about your upcoming Kickstarter. Thank you. All right, we're here with second time attendee to the Electric City Con, Jennifer Dugan. How's it going?
Good. Hi. Thanks so much for having us here and interviewing me.
Well, how does it? I know we were just talking. How does it feel to be back, at least at this show?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's nice to be meeting people again and being able to connect with my readers. So I've really missed that the last couple of years.
So remind us what books you have.
So, well, since the last time I talked to you, I now have 4 young adult novels out with Penguin. So those are available everywhere books are sold. I still have my completed Circadia comic series of 5 issues. And then this is actually coming out September 6th. Coven, it'll be available everywhere books are sold. So that's my new baby.
So tell us a little bit about the new one.
So Coven tells the story of a coven of witches based out of upstate New York. One of the families had left and gone out to California. So they're kind of just living as regular people. And their teen daughter is like really into surfing, just fully embraced California. When there is a murder back at the coven in upstate New York, she is dragged back to reunite with the coven and learn how to really embrace her powers and keep everybody safe. So it's kind of like a fish out of water, paranormal teen witch story.
Very nice. And how is it? Is it going to be like this? Is it a self-contained book, or is it maybe?
It is a standalone with some tie-ins coming down the pipe.
Okay.
So,
Nice teases.
Yes. Yep. But it is. It does stand completely alone, so it tells an entire story.
And where can people find you, like on social media?
I am mostly on Instagram, which is JL_Dugan. You can also find my website, jldugan.com, and I'm also on Twitter under the same.
Very nice. Well, great to see you again, and enjoy the rest of the show. And if you ever have anything you'd like to talk about, then we'd love to connect and hear about it.
Definitely. It was so great to see you again.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of the show.
You too.
All right, I'm here with Doug Arthur. How's it going?
It's going really well. We're having a fun time here at the Electric City Comic.
Even with the questionable person next to you?
Yes, even with the questionable person next to me.
On either side.
On either side. You can't see it on camera here, but at the next table over is my brother, Rick Arthur, who's visiting today for the show from New Jersey. He just moved to New Jersey, so we're glad to have him. He and I are in the middle of a summer-long convention tour. This is just one of many stops.
Yeah.
Next month we'll be at the Fandom Fest at Proctor's Theater, and then we're going to be headed down to Bethesda, Maryland in September for the Small Press Expo. Very excited about that show. I've been trying to get into that show for about 8 or 9 years now. We finally got in, and then we're going to be back out in Rochester to do Flower City Comic Con in Rochester, New York, the week after that. So we got a pretty busy schedule. And I think October we're penciled in to do Western Mass Comic Book Show again, which we did in the springtime as well. So pretty busy schedule.
So how is it working with your brother?
How is it working with my brother? Well, honestly, I have to say that it's better than it was when we were kids. But it's really quite good. I've discovered that the tables have turned, and Rick is now probably my biggest fan, which is really nice. That wasn't always the case. Sorry, Rick. But I was the annoying little bratty little brother. So I don't blame him. But now that we're older, we get along great, and we actually have collaborated on this book here called We All Travel Time. Okay. And it's an anthology book that's got 6 stories in it. 3 of them that my brother did on his own, one of which I did on my own, and then we collaborated on another story, and the last story, which was kind of a Kickstarter exclusive, although it's in every book. We made our stretch goal. Is a story that I did that he just colored, which is kind of neat. So, this was the first time we had worked with each other since we were kids. Probably high school. We started drawing comics in
probably like 1977, 1978. We were really big into Godzilla, and you know, Marvel had just put out a Godzilla comic, and you know, Star Wars had just come out, and there was a Star Wars comic, and we just started getting into comics, and we wanted to draw our own. We started drawing our own, and kind of just never stopped. You know, Rick took it in a different direction than I did. When I got into high school, I started getting more interested in underground comics and independent comics. You know, Robert Crumb and that kind of stuff, and Will Eisner. So we kind of took some different paths. The thing that was interesting was, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was an independent comic that nobody really knew about in the beginning. It kind of exploded, but my brother, when he graduated from the Joe Kubert School in 1986, he wound up getting offered a job drawing an issue of the Ninja Turtles, and I had to tell him all about the Turtles because I had been buying the Turtles from like the second issue, you know. So I was a big Turtle fan at the time before they got all popular and stuff, and so it was kind of funny, you know. I was a big help to him when he was working for Mirage and doing his turtle issue. So it was kind of fun to do that. So we've been working together for a while.
So any more Dougside stuff? Or?
Yes, actually, next year is going to be the 35th anniversary of Tales from the Dougside, and I am launching a Kickstarter in October to fund a 35th anniversary hardcover collection of my comics. The other thing that's going to be different is that it will be in full color. At least that's the plan right now. Yeah. So most of the work I've done has been black and white. So this will be interesting, and it's going to be a bit of a family affair because I'm going to have my daughter is going to RIT for graphic design, and I've asked her to do some of the coloring work, and she's agreed to do that. So my daughter is going to do some of the colors, and my brother is also agreed to do some colors for the book as well, because it would be a big undertaking for me to do it all by myself. It would probably take me like a year, you know, to get it all done. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to have, you know, some of the comics interpreted in color, you know, by my daughter and by my brother. So so that'll be fun. That'll be coming up. Like I said, the Kickstarter is scheduled for October, and the book itself is scheduled to come out in February to coincide with the actual 35th anniversary of the first appearance of my comic strip.
Well, we'll definitely have to get together and talk about it a little more when you're ready to kickstart.
I'd be more than happy to do that.
All right, well, I'll let you go and get back, and good to see you again and get to touch base.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for stopping by, Chad.
All right, I'm here with Brettholtz, and after talking with him a few times via the internet StreamYard, I finally get to meet him in person today. How's it going?
It's going great. Having a great time here at the Schenectady County Library. Is that what we have? Electric City convention is fantastic. I love doing the library conventions. It's always a good time.
So, Sidekick, how's that been going? I know you recently do a Kickstarter for it?
Yep, the last Kickstarter was for the 8th issue of the series. We did that back in, I want to say, March, and it was successful. We raised a little over $6,000, and we only have one more issue to go for Volume 1 and Volume 2 to be complete. So that should be dropping, I don't know when, hopefully by the end of the summer, because the book is almost done. The pencils are finished, the inks are finished, and the colors are at the editor right now. So we're moving right along. It's going really well.
And just for
or if anybody's watching that haven't heard about the series, tell us a little bit about it.
Superhero sidekicks get sick and tired of being disrespected by the heroes that they work for, so they go on strike. And when the villains find out, they exploit the opportunity to rain havoc down upon the city of Chicago.
Right. So, is this like do you have a finite end for this series, or?
I always try to end each volume on a complete, finite ending, leaving a little bit of room for more if I ever decide that I want to. That's what happened with the first volume. I wrote it just as a complete story, but it sold well enough. My publisher asked me for a sequel, and I said, yep, absolutely. There was enough groundwork laid for a sequel, and I'm trying to do the same thing with volume 2, tell a complete story, but also leave just a little bit that I can do more if the sales allow for it.
So, how's the show been for you so far? I mean, we're getting close to the end of the day, but how's the show been?
The show is fantastic. The day's going great. I actually sold out of my volume 1 trade paperbacks. The rest are on a boat on the Pacific somewhere, but I still have some, plenty of issues for volume 2, and people are buying those. So it's a great show. Having a great time.
So where can people find you on the social medias?
Let's see, I always forget this, but I do have a Sidekick Facebook page, which is, facebook.com/Sidekicked. Nope, that's wrong. Sidekicked Comics. And then on Twitter, it's Sidekicked Comics, but with an X instead of a CS. And those are the two best places to find me, but also the website. I work with a group of artists out of Saratoga, New York. It's called Catatonic Studios. So if you go to www.catatomicstudios.com, and that's catatonic with an M, not an N, like atomic.
I don't know, that Peter selfish. He's pretty skeptical.
So that'll get you to the website, and that's me. That's Peter Sefik. That is Jeff Bonesteel, my concept artist. It's Jen Dugan, who's a novelist. It is Ryan Butt, another artist. Nicole Jelinek, who's done a bunch of covers for Sidekick. There's a couple of other people who I'm unfortunately, sorry guys, I'm forgetting at the moment. Go to Catatonic Studios, and that's where you can find all of our information.
All right. Well, it was great finally meeting you and catching up.
Yeah, it was great to meet you in person, Chad.
All right. We'll be in touch, and you'll definitely have to touch base for your next Kickstarter.
Sounds good.
All right. Take it easy.